Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. My name is Eric Smith, and I am the special agent in charge of the FBI's Cleveland Division. I want to welcome Chief Dolan from Cleveland Metroparks Police Department and Mr. Rich McIntosh from Crime Stoppers, with whom we are working very closely. And I also want to pay a special welcome to the family of Kate Brown, who are also with us here today and from whom we will hear shortly. Yesterday marked 8 months since the tragic loss of 2 lives on a beautiful sunny afternoon in Cleveland's Metroparks Rocky River Reservation. Kate Brown and Carnell Sledge were sitting on a park bench when they were both tragically and fatally shot. This park bench is situated near the pull-off parking lot just north of the Lorraine Road Bridge on Valley Parkway. Kate and Carnell had been friends for well over 10 years, and meeting to chat in the park was not unusual. What was unusual is that 2 innocent people were killed, and based on evidence recovered at the scene, Metroparks police and the FBI believe the shootings occurred shortly after 5 p.m. on that sunny June 4th day. Law enforcement continues to work these unsolved homicides as if they occurred yesterday. We do this with determination, a tireless pursuit of evidence obtained through investigative leads, and anonymous tips provided by the public. And there have been numerous leads and tips, and that is what brings us here today. Unfortunately, we are not here to announce an arrest in this case. We are here with members of Kate Brown's family to make a plea to the person or persons that have knowledge of what happened that day and may know who is responsible for Kate and Carnell's death. Law enforcement will not rest until Kate and Carnell's killer is brought to justice. Just as we appeal to the public for assistance, our investigators continue to work doggedly, pursuing new leads and following the evidence which will lead one day to the door of the person or persons responsible. I will now turn it over to Alex, Kate's sister, and Tom, Kate's father, to make an announcement on behalf of the Brown family.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today. My name's Alex. This is my dad, Tom. Yesterday marked 8 months since my sister, Kate Brown, was murdered in the Rocky River Reservation. On Tuesday, June 4th, Kate and her long-term friend, Carnell Sledge, were sitting on a park bench near the river when between 5:04 and 5:15, they were shot and killed. Our family's lives were changed forever the moment we were told our beloved Kate was brutally murdered. We wake up every day not only ridden with grief, but constantly questioning how and why 2 wonderful people had been gunned down. Our family has pledged to keep Kate and Nell's story alive until the person or persons responsible are brought to justice. For those of you who are watching, please try to put yourself in our shoes. Imagine waking up every morning without your sister or brother, daughter or son, your aunt or uncle, or your friend, and then realize that their murderer is walking freely among us. We are here today at this press conference to plead with anyone who has information to please come forward.
Good morning. We'd like to thank the Cleveland FBI for providing us with this opportunity to speak with you here this morning. We also want to thank them for offering their expertise, providing unwavering support, and ongoing efforts to find Kate and Nell's murderer. We'd also like to thank the Metroparks police detectives who have worked tirelessly on this case. We deeply appreciate their professionalism and their dedication to follow every lead, and for providing their unwavering support over the last 8 months. Lastly, thank you to everyone who has called in a tip or shared the account of Kate and Nell's murder. In doing so, you have helped our family keep Kate and Nell's story in the news. The current reward for a tip that leads to a conviction is $30,000. We'd like to personally thank the generosity of the FBI, who has provided $25,000 of that, And also a thank you to Crime Stoppers, who has provided $5,000 as well. As a family, we have raised an additional $70,000. This raises the total reward to $100,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Kate and Nell's murderer. We want to reassure you that when you call the FBI or when you call Crime Stoppers or the Metroparks police to provide a tip, you will remain strictly anonymous. We strongly believe that someone out there has heard or seen something. We hope that this reward of $100,000 will give someone the courage and encourage them to come forward with that key piece of information. With your help, we will find justice for Kate and Nell. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Catherine Dolan. I am the Chief of Police for the Cleveland Metroparks. I would like to thank both the Brown and Sledge families for providing and sharing information regarding their loved ones over the past several months. I would like to thank the Brown family for being here today with us and sharing the information that they have about their daughter and sister Kate. This double homicide investigation, which occurred in the Cleveland Metroparks Rocky River Reservation on June 4th, 2019, is currently unsolved and remains an active investigation. Law enforcement and the family of these two victims believe whoever has information regarding the person or persons responsible for these unsolved homicides will now see that there is up to $100,000 in reward money for information leading to the successful identification and prosecution of the person responsible. Your identity will remain anonymous. The families and the community need answers to what happened that afternoon in the park. You can contact the Cleveland FBI, Crime Stoppers, the Cleveland Metroparks Police, or your local law enforcement with this information. Thank you. We'll open it up to any questions.
Chief, when I look at the map over there, were there any cameras in that route? And if so, did they lead to any leads, whether it's cars, license plates? What is over there that's under surveillance, if any?
There are some cameras in the area. I'm not going to get into the specifics as to where they are in this investigation, but we do have some cameras, and we also have some license plate readers in the different cities in the surrounding areas.
Was there anything used, though, for any tips, anything that kind of came from those cameras?
We were able to use some camera footage to get some information, yes. Mm-hmm.
And that video is Carnell up on Lorraine, walking in by the entrance, correct?
That is correct.
Do you know where he came from? Did he meet
Again,
him?
I don't want to get into the specifics of the investigation. We're here today to talk about the reward money and talk about the family who has just talked to us about Kate, and we want somebody out there saw something, and we want them to come forward with information.
On the reward money, I find that cover a lot of these. Unfortunately, the $70,000 from the family is extraordinary. Can we hear a little bit about your efforts to gather that, Tom, and how this came together?
No effort, family contribution. Family contribution.
Thank you.
Are you still collecting if people want to donate to help raise that reward money?
Haven't given much thought to that aspect.
We plan on doing something, we just don't have anything set up yet, but eventually, yeah, we're gonna get more donations for everything we need.
Eric, can you speak to how unusual it is 8 months after a major crime like this to have it unsolved and have it kind of, still looking for tips and still kind of looking for more information, this far after this happened?
The question is, how unusual is it for a case to be ongoing for this long? And I will tell you that it's not unusual. I mean, for homicides, that's one thing. But for us as an investigative agency like the FBI, we routinely investigate cases over long periods of time, years, in fact. So we never forget, and we will continue to pursue this like I said in my statement, as if the crime occurred yesterday. So we take no different steps today than we did 8 months ago. We continue to pursue every lead. Every investigative technique is followed up through thoroughly. So to say that it's unusual, I wouldn't go far as to say that, but we routinely work long-term investigations, and this is just another one of those that we will get to the bottom of.
Why is it that you think it remains unsolved at this point?
Well, I think as we talked about earlier, that the singular nature of the crime, I think, leads to some of that. I think the fact that the family so graciously came forward with this additional reward money will bring out anybody who may know about it. I think that's the key point to today's conference, and I think we're likely to see some results from that soon.
How many leads have you had roughly so far on this case, would you say?
I don't know, Chief.
Yeah, we don't
Probably
have
won't-
yeah, we don't have a specific number. We have received several leads. Several is a number I would use. I mean, that's not a specific number, but several.
This is for, Alex, whichever. Can you just tell us a little about Kate, what she like?
Sure. Kate was my best friend. We talked every day. I still call her and leave her voicemails. She loved animals. She loved art. She loved her family, her nieces and nephews, and just constantly was, the rock of our family, the center of it. And with her gone, it's just, we've had to rearrange. And going through the holidays was absolutely horrible. But she was the best person. She was a lover of all things, and she's so missed. It's horrible that we have to be here again to talk, but we need to get the story out again. And I'd love to talk more about Kate as much as I could. So thanks for asking.
Kate was my hero. Kate struggled. Kate had a few demons. She was 2 years sober. In fact, she had just gotten her coin a couple weeks before this happened. She got on a health kick. She had lost over 100 pounds. She'd have a fit if she saw that picture, but she was at the top of her game. She was enjoying life. She loved going down to the park. She would go down with her mom and play cards, sit on a blanket, and I can't believe we're standing here. But we love her. We'll always love her. And that's all I can say.